Welcome to our Contact Improvisation live stream. Today it's the real deal. We are live, and thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like us if you like it, or subscribe. That would be wonderful. We really appreciate it. And today we're going to do a very brief exercise, one that I use a lot in my classes. It has some really nice lessons for both roles in this exercise. Good lessons for contact improvisation. It's an exercise in leading and following, following and leading, listening and speaking, sensing and moving. These are the roles that we're going to do. Okay, so the roles are this. One partner is going to be the sensor, or listener, or witness, however you want to describe what they're doing. And the hands and arms are going to be their antennas, what they sense with. And that is their only job. The sensor or listener should do as little effort as possible to stay with their partner. And they should not let their partner get away, if possible. Ideally, we have both hands on, but it's okay to just have one. Whatever you need to do, and you don't want to interfere with your partner's movements, or not. I wouldn't say interfere. There's no way to avoid interfering with your partner's movements, but you don't want to unduly influence your partner's movements. Okay. The other role, I'm going to be the sensor first. The sensor does have an option to close their eyes. It helps to limit the amount of sensations we are receiving. It makes it a little bit easier to be able to just focus on what sensation you're receiving through touch. Okay. Now the dancer, or mover, or leader is going to just do their own thing, do their own dance. They're not going to lead by manipulating me. And we'll show you how that's different when we do this exercise. They're going to lead by just doing their own dance, doing their autonomy, and I'm going to try to stay with them. If they lose me, and I can't stay with them, then they've moved a little bit too fast, so you don't want to lose your partner on this. And I'm going to go ahead and start this demonstration. One thing that the mover can do every once in a while is pause. If the mover pauses, then all movement should stop. The sensor is doing as little effort as possible. So if the partner pauses or stops moving, all movement should come to a stop. And it's a good way to check to see if someone is actually just listening and following you, or kind of doing their own thing also, okay? Okay, so this is what it looks like. I will keep my hands on my partner. I'm gonna just go ahead and close my eyes on this. If your eyes are closed, your partner should know. Also, if your partner's eyes are closed, you need to be careful where they're dancing. And I'm just doing as little effort as I can to stay with my partner. You know, if they go down to the ground, I just stay with them. I don't know where I'm touching my partner. It's up to them to determine where I'm touching them. I'm just trying to find them with my antennas, my hands, and stay close. They can go down to the ground, they can pause, and I'm just trying to track their movements and see what's going on with my, my fingers, my hands. It's nice to use the back of the hands. And notice how when the pauses happen, everything comes to a stop. And you can dance, or you can just walk. If you don't feel like dancing, you can just walk around the space. You can just, do movement. And it's the same thing. I guess all movement is dance. And all dance is movement. Or, in a way. Okay. And you can just, if you lose the ability to stay with both hands, that's fine. Oh, I lost them. Okay, that's great. Let's switch roles. I had my eyes closed the whole time. Let's switch roles and just we'll do it again. Oh, let me demonstrate one more thing quickly. So if you find yourself attached at the point of contact and you're like running around like this, this is not minimal effort. You can see the difference there. I'm attached. That's not a sliding feather touch. Sliding feather touch is just barely touching and letting it slide around the body according to what the dancer or mover is doing. Okay? Great. Now, let's switch roles and just see what it looks like with me.
I have my eyes closed.
Yes, you have your eyes closed. I'm going to keep my eyes open. So, at first I'm just going to walk around, see if my partner is staying with me. You know, I don't want to lose my partner. You know, if you do, slow down. Notice how I'm in charge of where my partner is touching me. This is an example of manipulation, right? We're not doing that. I'm leading just by doing my own thing, okay? And I'm trying to not be overly influenced, but I'm also careful not to knock my partner in the head or something like this.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. Stay with me, stay with. Exactly. Let your hand slide. One thing that the partner can do is, you know, search for what might be a center. Yeah, that's helpful. It's easier to just track someone's center than anything else. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so what are the points here? Let me grab my notes. So for the sensor, the main thing is to be able to follow, to stay tuned with your partner, to let go of your own agenda and only sense and feel and listen. Listening for the pauses. For example, if I'm sensing and you're moving and you pause and my hands are still moving around, that's not the exercise, okay? And for the dancer, it's about leading by autonomy, not manipulation. It's about leading and doing your own thing, but still being conscious that your partner is trying to track you. And it's about, for the dancer, if you're sensing me, it's about being in charge of where your partner is touching you. It's always the dancer's choice where to be touched. My sensor doesn't know where they're touching me. And I can be in charge of that. Okay, please leave a comment. That was the exercise about leading and following, sensing, listening, witnessing, whatever word you want to use. We haven't found the perfect word for this yet. That might be out there somewhere. If you have one, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much.
What are your names?
This is Rory, and I'm Renee. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Woo!
And skip behind the camera.
Hi. How do I stop it?
How long was that?
How do I stop it?
Like this. Oh wait, no. Let's